We get up to the roof, we're talking, we're telling him like how cold we are and how we want to go back inside. And so he's like, fine, like let's go downstairs. I'm thinking he's gonna take us to the kitchen. No, he takes us down one flight of stairs because there's 3 flights of stairs in this condo. It's like layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 rooftop. He takes us down the first flight of stairs and like pushes us into his room and locks the door and like closes the door. He looks me dead in my eye and is like, shh, no, you can't, no. I'm looking at him in shock, in disbelief. I'm like, what do you mean no? Come help me, because they're not helping me. I felt like no one was listening to me. It was giving like angry black women freaking out for no reason.
Welcome back to another episode of Clocked Out Conversations. I'm your host Fahim, and today we got some more TikTok content. I am getting into this story time just like you guys are, so I'm unfamiliar with what it is about, but I'm not here to waste your time. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, and let's get into it.
I'm going out tonight. I kind of don't know if I want to post this because what I'm about to do is a little bit cray-cray. Okay, let me fill you in. So about a month ago, I was on the apps because I took a break. So a month ago, I was on the apps, I was on Hinge, and I end up matching with this guy. Well, he tells me that he's actually leaving and that he's planning on coming back in a month for his birthday and that he would love to meet up. Mind you, this man is super fine, like my exact type. So anyway, we stay matched, and then tonight he messages me. He's like, hey, like, I'm back in town. I'm celebrating my birthday with some friends. Do you still want to come join us and like have a good time? And I'm like, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna go a little bit more extreme with my makeup because we're going out and I want my makeup to be like bow. I didn't feel 100% comfortable going by myself, so I asked him if it was okay if I brought a friend, and he was like, yeah, no, you can bring your friends. His friends are gonna be there. It's kind of like a birthday celebration, so he's perfectly fine with it. We are going to his hotel to pregame, and then after, we are going to a couple of clubs here in Atlanta. One of the clubs I've been wanting to try and go to for a long time now. It's called El Malo, and I've been hearing really good things about it around the city, so hopefully we go and it's extremely fun. I don't know if I mentioned this, but he is from San Francisco, so that's like a little fun fact. I feel like I haven't done something like this in a while, so it will be fun. I'm also a bit nervous, but
Sisters, I got a question. Now, this is somebody who is coming from somebody who's completely unfamiliar with makeup, of course. So, does this stuff just wash off? Like, this is like almost a completely new face. Like, does this just... I'm assuming you can't just wash it off with water. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I'm interested.
I mean, if anything bad were to happen or they were to be acting funny, I mean, me and my best friend could just leave. I mean, he lives all the way across the country. I'm not really thinking anything too serious about it. I kind of just want to have a good time, you know, maybe party in a section. Who knows? Either this is gonna be really good, really bad, or just a crazy ass story. I don't know. I literally have no idea what I'm wearing, so pray for me that I find something cute. All right, I will update you guys later and let you know how it goes. Mwah. Bye, love you. I'm so sorry that I kept you guys waiting, but I seriously was living the situation up until a couple of hours ago. Quick recap, I went out with a guy that I matched with on Hinge on Saturday night, and it ended up going absolutely terrible. So it's me and my friend. He tells us to show up to his Airbnb at a certain time to pregame with like all the rest of his friends. Right when we get there, off the bat, the vibes are off. There's like 3 other girls there. They're getting ready. I introduce myself. Like, I walk up the stairs, and I'm like, hi guys, like, I'm Winnie, nice to meet you, because I'm not the bitch that's not about to say hi. When they said hi, it was just like very cold, very annoying, and the Hinge match kept saying like, God, I'm so sorry, like, I'm sorry that I had to bring you guys into this vibe. Let's go up to the roof and just like drink there. So we go up to the rooftop. He's chatting about how it's his birthday, how he had rented this Airbnb, and how they were being absolutely terrible, like they didn't care that it was his birthday, they didn't want to go to any of the places that he wanted to go, and I felt really bad. So me and my friend, we were like, look, just hang out with us. Like, we're going to go out, we're going to have a good time, and we're going to celebrate your birthday. I did start to notice, though, that he was starting to pay more attention to my friend, like ask her more questions and just be a little bit more intrigued in her life. It's not really important to the story, but I just wanted to give you guys, like, the vibes. So it's me, my friend, Hinge guy, his friend. He really wanted to go to this club called Havana. So it's his birthday. We're like, we're going to do whatever you want to do. His friend calls the Uber. We go down from the roof and we leave and we get in the Uber. The moment we get out of the Uber, I realize that I didn't have my purse. So I'm looking around for my purse. I'm looking at them. I'm like, guys, I don't have my purse. The Uber is driven away. Can you try messaging the Uber? I'm talking to his friend at this point because his friend's the one that called the Uber. Like, can you try messaging him and asking him if the purse is in there? He's like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. But chances are your purse is probably in the house. You probably left it there or you probably left it on the rooftop. I was like, you know what? At this point, I was a little bit tipsy. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, probably. Honestly, it's probably there. So like, no big deal. I also really did not want to ruin this man's birthday and make it about myself. So I was kind of just like, okay, like hopefully it's at the house. It probably is. And then we can just have a good night. We're at Havana. We're having a good time. I kind of noticed that like at this point that he's like really interested in my friend. So I'm starting to just get like turned off. I'm like, okay, like whatever, it is what it is. After a couple hours, we were lit. We were like, let's head back to the Airbnb. And here's where shit got stressful because it escalated so fast. The moment we get back to his Airbnb, he's like, shh, shh, be quiet. You have to be quiet. The girls are sleeping. Like, don't say a peep. Like, don't say a word. He's not even letting us stay in the house. He's literally saying, go back up to the roof where it's cold as hell. We were drinking. He's like, shh, shh. Every little thing we say, if we giggle, if we talk, he would be like, shh, shh, shh. Meanwhile, we weren't even being loud. Like, we were trying to be as respectful as we possibly could be. But it was the fact that every little noise we made, this man was like, guys, you guys are being too loud. It was like, honestly, it just gave me, it gave me the ick. Like, we get up to the roof, we're talking, we're telling him like how cold we are and how we want to go back inside. And so he's like, fine, like, let's go downstairs. I'm thinking he's going to take us to the kitchen. No, he takes us down one flight of stairs because there's 3 flights of stairs in this condo. It's like layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 rooftop. He takes us down the first flight of stairs and like pushes us into his room and locks the door and like closes the door. It was at this moment that I remembered that I still hadn't found or looked for my purse. So I tell him, I'm like, oh my God, I completely forgot to look for my purse. Have you talked to the Uber? I look at his friend and I'm like, hey, have you talked to the Uber driver? Have you heard anything? He's like, no, I haven't heard anything. I'm like, can I go and like look in your kitchen? Maybe I left it on the roof. He looks me dead in my eye and is like, shh, shh, no, you can't, no. I'm looking at him in shock and disbelief. I'm like, what do you mean no? I need to find my purse. My keys to my home are in there and the keys to my car are in there. If I don't find them, like, I'm literally stuck. He proceeds to tell me again, no, I'm sorry, but you can't go look. By this point, his friend had left the room and disappeared. It'd been like 20 or 30 minutes now. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, can we try to contact the Uber? Like, can we please do something? Because us just sitting here and you guys just staring at me is stressing me out. Like, I'm getting nervous. Like, I need to find my shit. At this point, I'm starting to cry. Him and my friend are sitting on the bed. I'm like scooched into a corner, like balled up, crying. Him and my friend are looking at me like I'm fucking insane. I am pleading with this man to please let me go check the roof. Let me go check the kitchen. Like, let me just leave this room. And he's still saying no. At this point, I don't feel like my friend is supporting me at all, and it's 2 against 1, and I'm feeling very, very ganged up on.
Is she about to go out again? Is she not applying more makeup right now? Let's keep going.
I'm like, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the bathroom because there was a bathroom attached to the room. I'm like, and you guys can sit here, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and I'm gonna call Corey, my baby daddy. I go into the bathroom because talking to them is not helping. I am still drunk and I'm trying my hardest to still be respectful to this man. So I go into the bathroom, I call Corey crying. Corey is like stressed out. He's like, what's going on? What's happening? I'm telling him what's happening. I'm like, I'm trying to tell them I need to find my keys. I need to find my car keys, and my house keys because I can't get into my house. Like, I'm explaining this to Corey. Corey's like, I don't understand. Like, what's the issue? Like, why can't you look for your shit? And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, no one's listening to me, dude. Not even my friend. Like, she wasn't even listening to me. Yes, I was intoxicated, but at the same time, like, I was still very much aware that I needed to find my shit. My friend whips open the bathroom door and she's like, we can hear you talking out here. Like, we can hear you talking shit. And I'm like, okay, but you guys are not helping me. So I had to call Corey to be like, hey, come help me because they're not helping me. I felt like no one was listening to me. It was giving like angry black women freaking out for no reason. At that point, I was really mad at my friend. I had cussed her out because I was like, leave me alone. She ends up storming off. I think she ends up like leaving the room. And she's like, fuck it, I'm out of here. She storms off. She leaves. I'm sitting there like crying to Corey, like, hey, like, what do I do? I'm still begging this man, like, can I please just go check? Like, let me just go look. He's still saying no. About 5 minutes later, my friend tries to call me and tells me like, let's go. I called the Uber, and I'm sitting here like, no, I already called my child's father. I don't want to hop in the car with you and just be screaming at each other. Like, I'm not arguing with you about this. Like, I'm not doing it. So I completely was like, you go. So she ends up leaving. And another reason why I didn't want to leave is because I still didn't have my shit, right? Like, they didn't even live in Georgia. The moment I would have left, I would have never heard from them again. So I'm talking to the Hinge guy. It's just me and him at this point. And I'm like, can you go ask your friend if the Uber driver has said anything? Like, give me the Uber driver's number. Like, I will go, but like, I need some connection so that I can try to get my purse back. He's screaming back at me like, why are you blaming us? Like, we didn't do anything. He's talking about him and my friend. He's like, we didn't do anything and you're getting mad at us. And I'm sitting here like, I'm not getting mad at you guys. I am just like asking for empathy. Like, help me find my bag. Like, actually care at the fact that I lost my shit. I do take responsibility for losing my shit. That's all on me, but I'm just asking for you to maybe care? Like, what? I really did try to fit this whole story into 10 minutes. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to go to part 2. This is part 2 of me meeting up with a guy on Hinge and it going terribly wrong. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, please go back and watch it. It will be the video right before this one. At this point, I am still bawling and crying to this man, and some other guy, some random guy that hasn't been there the entire night shows up and he's like, you gotta go. Like, you need to leave. I'm like, listen, I'm trying to explain to him. I'm like, I just need my purse. Like, my car is out there. It's parked in front of an abandoned house. It's a little bit ghetto. I can't leave my car here. I can't get into my home. I have nowhere to go. Can you please just like talk to the guy who ordered the Uber or help me find my damn purse? Hinge guy and his friend are like, no, you gotta go. You gotta get out. They are pushing me down like the stairs. Like, both of them are like, you gotta go. You gotta go now. Corey's still on the phone. This entire time, I had still stayed respectful. Like, I still wasn't screaming.
If you all haven't realized it yet, that girl that she came with is not her friend. You left her friend left her in an Airbnb with basically two male strangers. Just that's it. She just got up and left. Not your friend. Not to mention she was looking at you crazy when she came with you. You lost your purse and now you're asking, can she help find it? And she's taking the side of the stranger whose Airbnb she just got to. Lord have mercy. Let's keep going.
Still wasn't loud, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. At that point, knowing that my shit was about to be lost to the void, I was fucking livid. I look straight at Hinge guy and I'm like, God is gonna see this. Like, the karma that you're gonna get for doing this when all you had to do was help me find my purse or let me look in your house. Like, you're gonna, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs at this point because I'm livid. I'm like, dude, have some empathy, like compassion, something. You could literally see the fear on this man's face. He was like, I didn't do anything. Like, it's not my fault. You lost your purse. And it's like, it's literally not about that. It's the fact that you won't even help me find it. At this point, I'm not explaining this to him. I'm just like popping off because at this point they had kicked me out on the doorstep and had closed the door. I am bawling to Corey at this point because losing your keys and losing your house keys is like it's such a traumatic experience. I can't even explain it. It's happened to me. It's happened to me once before, and it's like the worst feeling ever. Corey took about an hour to get there because he lives a little bit further from Atlanta than I do. But in between that time, I ended up calling the non-emergency line, and they ended up coming out and knocking on the door. And literally were like, well, if they don't answer, there's literally nothing we can do. Corey picks me up, which for those of you guys who don't know, Corey is my child's father. He picks me up. He's being super nice to me. He's being super optimistic. He's like telling me like, it's going to be okay. You're just drinking right now. So it's like, everything's super heightened. It's going to be fine. But trust me, like, I felt like such an idiot. Like, I felt like such a failure. I was like, oh my God, I literally can't even get into my own house.
Shoot, by the way you making your baby father sound, you should have stayed with him instead of trying to carry your fast ass over to that Airbnb. Let's keep going.
Dropping me off at my sister's house, and I end up sleeping on her couch that night. But I was so mad. Like, I was still so angry. I literally sent that man a voice note, and I was like, I I'm not proud of this, but I was mad, okay? I was like, listen, my dad is Ghanaian, I'm African, like, I'm gonna put a hex on you, like, you're gonna wish you never, you're gonna rue the day. At this point, he had unmatched me on everything. He had blocked me on Instagram. I had to just take the L and move on and admit that I fucked up. The next day, I literally had to go back to the location. I had to hire a locksmith to get a new car key made. Corey helped me get into my house, change my locks, and then, after all of that was done, I get a text message from Hinge Guy. He sends me a message and he's like, good news, the Uber driver has your purse. He told me that I have to pay $80 for him to bring it back. So just letting you know that you can come pick it up as soon as I get home. Can't tell you guys how happy I was that my purse was found. He sent that text message and then ghosted me for like 5 hours. By the time that he replied back, it was 11 o'clock at night, and he was like, my bad, I was out, but it's at my house if you want to come pick it up. Well, I'm with my son at that point, so like, no, I can't come pick it up, but I'll come pick it up in the morning. He's like, all right, bet, come before 9:30 a.m. So a couple of hours ago, I drove back to the location in Atlanta, and I picked up my purse. My Shayla. My Shayla. I'm so happy to see this thing. And everything was in it. I'd already canceled my cards and everything. But I'm so happy. Now I have an extra key. Like, and when I got there to pick it up, he kept saying that he did his good deed. And that, like, he's like, I don't know why you were blaming me, but like, just letting you know, like, I had to pay $80 to get that back here. Like, I've done my good deed. And I'm literally sitting here thinking that he's probably stressed out and thinks that I'm really gonna put a damn hex on him, because the way he was acting was like, he was afraid of me. Anyway, I didn't even argue with him. I grabbed my purse. I got out of there. Honestly, don't know what I would have done without my baby daddy, without Corey. So huge shout out to that man. Anyway, I will not be doing this again anytime soon. A lot of you guys were asking what happened to my friend in the last video. Supposedly, she had called the Uber and then went back to my place because that's where her car was parked. The next day, she ended up reaching out to my son because she was trying to get in touch with Corey. I genuinely don't know why she didn't call me, but I ended up calling her. We had a conversation. I did not get an apology. In fact, it was kind of still the vibe of, you were being absolutely insane. So that was that. She still has some things at my house that she needs to pick up that she left that night. So I'm keeping the peace until then. But after that, nah, I'm done. Like, I'm literally done. I can't lie to y'all. Like, I am really sad about this. She's someone that I did call a friend. I've known her for a very, very long time. So it does hurt my feelings, and it does make me feel like shit that I trusted this person and they kind of just didn't care about me. And I think another reason why I'm so upset is because I have been such a supportive friend. Whenever, you know, she vents or she tells me certain things, I listen, I console her. And it's like the one time that I really needed her, she literally couldn't even be there for me. I feel like I'm also in a scarcity mindset. Like, it's hard to make friends at my age. It's hard to make friends at any time. I feel like I'm just not, you know, like, I'm not gonna be able to make more friends or replace my friends. So I'm just feeling a little bit like, I don't know, sad. Also, a couple of other things I noticed that people were talking about, and some people were being like, I would have fought my way out the room, I would have screamed. When someone's already looking at you like they're afraid of you, like you're literally Medusa, the last thing I'm gonna do is try fighting him and his friends, which there was a lot of his friends, okay? The purse isn't worth it at that point. And I could read the room. That was not the right thing to do, especially being intoxicated. Oh, another thing, I also did not consider that a date at all. I was more of like going to just say fuck it and YOLO. Didn't consider that to turn into anything. Also saw a lot of comments and people were being like, I would have called the police and said they were trying to steal my stuff. That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. They showed up, they knocked on the door. The police officer looked me dead in the eye and was like, if they don't answer, there's nothing we can do. And he drove the fuck off in his cop car. There is something in my gut that is telling me that the purse was there the entire time. And I also believe that the hex that I threatened him with worked. It's a new year. I am still staying positive. You know, it's only up and on from here. All right, bye. Love ya.
So, what do you guys think about this story time? I think that her friend is egregious. That is not her friend. I keep telling you, sisters, make sure you have better discernment when it comes to your friends. There's no such thing as a girl's girl. We keep on finding that out in every last one of these videos. Furthermore, I think she need to get back with that baby daddy. Now I'm just playing. We really don't know the behind the scenes of why they broke up. Obviously, if they're not together, there's some reason as to why that's the case. But at least they are on good terms, good enough for him to be willing to pick her up when she's entertaining another guy, even though of course they're not together. But I mean, it's good to see that relationship is still valid. But I think that she did the right thing. She shouldn't have attacked any of those guys in there. First off, she's a woman and they're men. They would have clobbered her, okay? They would have knocked her clean off her feet. Not to mention she's intoxicated. That would have went horribly. And so I think she did the right thing. It's always the comments, the TikTok comments and comments in general of people saying, I would have, I would have, I would have. It's very easy for somebody who's not in the fire to talk about how they wouldn't be burned. But what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me that she conducted herself well in the context of the situation, given that she didn't attack them and that she was able to get her purse back? Or do you guys disagree? Do you guys think that she should have confronted them more aggressively, possibly fought them, and done a little bit more to get her purse back while she was at their house? Thank you for tuning into this Clocked Out Conversation. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.